Hey guys, welcome back to Gear and Guitars with Mel. Just did an unboxing on this not too long ago. It's a guitar that I've been interested in getting my hands on for quite some time. It is a Slick Guitars SL57. Alright, so what you got here is the Slick guitar brand. I'll tell you a little bit about that. Earl Slick, kick-ass guitarist for many years. Sorry about the A word. Played for Bowie, did work with Lennon, and countless others. Earl Slick's incredible. And he started out doing things like he's an artist all around. He's a painter and all that stuff. He started doing his own straps and everything. He had the Slick straps and stuff like that. People liked that they had his artwork on it. Then he got into designing pickups, so he started designing his own pickups, and his designs were getting used on guitars for him and such like that. And finally he decided, I'm going to design some guitars, and started the brand. They're distributed by Guitar Fetish, and if you know anything about me, which you probably don't, but you will now, I'm a big GFS Guitar Fetish fan. They had a lot of good stuff at a lot of good price points. But back to the SL57, alright, obviously Strat style guitar, distressed. I've never actually got myself a relic guitar before, and that actually wasn't a part of my decision in this. The whole line is relic. They're all hand-aged. And I tell you, hand-aged very well. So what you got here is you got a swamp ash body, alright, and what they do is they don't use any wood filler. Alright, they put some old school automotive paint on it. Hit it with one shot of old school automotive paint, sand it back, hand age it to where they want it to be. That means without the filler, none of the pores in the wood are getting filled, and it does have a really open, nice tone to it. But I will say that the debate's always there, whether you can hear the difference in that. Some people have a hard time quantifying it. For me, I feel like I can hear it. That's my personal take. You got the swamp ash body, Canadian hard rock maple neck, and I got the maple fretboard. What we do have that's a departure from your average Strat is it does have a tilt back neck. The headstock dips back as opposed to just dipping down and using string trees, which I like because it gives you a good break across the nut, which is graphite. Good graphite nut there. It was cut very well. The grooves were nice. Now let's get into just some of the hardware. So what you have, we'll start off at the tuners. What you got with these GFS Slick brand tuners, okay? You have, it's actually got a bronze crown gear in there, alright, and it's got bronze pinion gear, you know what I mean? So it's a really good quality. You got solid brass knobs. The tuners are nice, and I'm a guy who, I get a little picky about my tuners, you know what I mean? But then we're going to move on down, and what we have is a brass base plate on the bridge, okay, solid brass. You also have brass saddles, really nice vintage style folded brass saddles. And you also have, if we can get that there, a nice big old thick brass sustain block on that bridge. So I mean, it sings, man. It's tight. It's really good. It's got a really good trebly sound to it without being piercing. I'm a fan. You got 22 frets. They're 6105 medium jumbo frets. Good crown and polish on each one. The fit and finish was great. They were cut, and shaped very well. Okay. You got a 12-inch radius on that bad boy. So, a relatively flat neck if you're used to, more vintage style Strats and Tele, Fender style necks. I like it. It's pretty fast for keeping that kind of old school, little feel and look. It's a good guitar, man. Things are put together very well on this, and I'm a big fan of it. What it does have that sets it apart for me, being the kind of gear nut that I am, And it's tough because when I like bargain instruments, which I do, it's tough to find, you know, I'm looking for the quality, you know, in a lower price guitar. This, I think you're at a price point of less than $250 US for this. But let me talk to you about these pickups. So that is a retail set of Slick 65s. The Slick 65 standard staggered pickups are bomb. I can't put it any other way. Earl Slick designed them, you know, in a studio in New York where he designs all his other stuff. These pickups are butt kickers. Okay, they have a bevel cut Alnico 5 magnet that's sand cast, so you get that vintage kind of feel and tone out of it, but it's got a little more bite. You know what I mean? It's got a little more output. Okay, it's built on fiber bobbins, vintage style, like back in the day. You know what I mean? And they're wound nice and tight. You know, it's in there good. You get waxed cloth pushback wires. Okay, so you're talking about a pickup configuration and design that isn't far off from, you know, the vintage custom shops, things like that. I have a set of Duncans in one of my Strats, and I have a set of Fender custom shops in another, and these hang all day. These, I can't say enough about how these pickups sound. So let's give you some tones. We're going to start out in the neck position because it's fun. Tone controls are great, very responsive. So when you roll that tone off, you know, it gets, got a nice little compression there. Turn it up just a little bit. And you know, I like a guitar, especially a Strat style guitar, where the tone controls are usable, because you know how it is with single coils. You know, you get those nice, bright, you know, cutting single coils. You know, you want to be able to tame them when you have to. But it's nice to know that you have the full gambit. You know, because it goes to a really, really compressed, deep, tony sound that you can take all the way back up. Alright, and that's in the neck pickup. Fourth position, as it would be, you know, middle pickup and neck pickup. Now, the middle pickup is reverse wound, so you get the, as you can hear, you get the hum canceling when you're on the out of phase position. Go middle pickup, straight up single coil. You know, they come with a really good setup. I was very impressed with the way it was set up. I did drop the action a little bit. I didn't have to adjust the neck. The relief was good. Great guitar. I will say that a funny thing about this, and I've read it in a few spots, I don't know if you can really see it there, but the pocket here, where the neck meets, let me get you in there, there's this weird little gap, you know, and it's on both sides. You know, you give it the old test like, hey, can you fit the business card in there? Can you fit the pick in there? And I tell you, man, there's a little gap there, but the neck is super tight. You know what I mean? And everything that I've read on, you know, people have mentioned that you know, wow, we weren't sure how it was going to look or how it was going to play because of that gap in the neck pocket. But I don't know if they did it on purpose, just considering it's hand aged. Maybe they were trying to make it look like, you know, it's been worn in. You got to replace the neck a few times. I don't know, but it's tight and the intonation's good. And it plays really good, you know. Everything about it feels solid. Alright, this is the out of phase position, bridge and middle. All the way down at the bridge. Super spanky. I can't get over, if I'm being honest, and I got a lot of guitars, you know what I mean? I got a lot of guitars from lower price points, you know, around where this one lives and breathes. And let me tell you, I don't know that I have a guitar, and this isn't taken away from any of the other ones that I have, but I don't know that I have one that I feel is this much quality at this price point. I really don't. I mean, I've got some guitars that are great quality at a low price point. That's kind of my thing. But this guitar, I mean, it's got fingerboard semi-rolled. You know, it's not that big USA Fender roll because, you know, that costs, but you got a nice semi-roll on the fingerboard. Scarf joint giving you a nice sturdy neck. You know, we got brass everywhere, you know, so it's ringing and singing. You know, everything's tight on this guitar. The hand aging, you know, we've all had some guitars that got kicked around and whatnot. The hand aging on this is great. They do it in such a way that if you wanted to, which I wouldn't, you could take this guitar and you could sand this all back like it's nothing. And it's in great shape, you know. You could fill it and give it a, what you want to call a proper finish. But, man, for a guy who's not really into relic guitars, this guitar sells me. It's great. You know, and hey, you got the Earl Slick silhouette on the bass plate, man. Come on, that's awesome. No, but in all honesty, my SL57 is a killer guitar, and I can't wait to get into it. Like, I get it, and, you know, when you get a lower price point guitar, you think, you know, maybe I'll get it and I'll throw some pickups in it, you know, or I'll replace some of the hardware, but it'll be worth it because, you know, even if you're paying $250 and you put $50, $100 in it, you know, still a $350, $400 guitar, it's a great value, right? This thing, man, it's just killer the way it is. I can't think of anything that I want to do to it. So again, Slick guitars designed by Earl Slick, SL57, S-type guitar in seafoam green, hand aged, brass everywhere. And by the way, it did come with a back plate. I'm just one of those Strat guys that takes off my back plates on my Strats. You know, I like being able to get to it, and I'm also one of those dudes that swears I hear a difference in tone. And I know. Back and forth. You can get into it in the comments if you like. It's cool. But thanks for letting me share it with you. And I mean, I was going to say, you know, usually I do upgrade videos. You know, I think about that kind of stuff. Like, hey, how am I going to what am I going to do to that next to upgrade it, but I don't think that's going to happen with this one. I think I'm going to let this one just live and properly age under its manufactured hand aging, because this is it's a killer guitar. I'm super happy, no buyer's remorse whatsoever with this SL57. So again, thanks for checking out Gear and Guitars with Mel. I'm Mel. Leave some comments, like, share, subscribe. I will reply to every comment, any emails I get or anything like that personally, and I'll do it quick. Well, as quick as I can anyway. But like I said, you know, things are going to pick up as far as production value. You know, we just got the channel going, so, and I'm learning every day, learning a little something new. And I like bringing this gear to you guys, and I want to talk about it, man. You know, that's the whole point of the channel. And I got a lot of gear that I can go through with you. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you continue to do so. Gear and Guitars with Mel.